Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had Death in Heaven, where we continued on with the plot of the Master, and her entire thing was going to be raising the dead as Cybermen, which was a pretty interesting thing, and she was going to raise the dead as Cybermen in order to give them to the Doctor, basically as an army that he could use to stop all conflicts in the future. But he ended up not doing that because he didn't want to do that, you know. He remembered who he was, and Danny Pink sacrificed himself along with all the other Cybermen to destroy the cloud so that none of the Cybermen would, you know, be raised from the dead. And then it looked like Missy was killed. I don't think a shot by a Cyberman would kill a Time Lord, though, so I'm going to leave it. Plus, this is the Master we're talking about. The Master never truly dies. So I imagine either she'll be back, or at the very least, the Master will be back at some point. Yeah, I was also, last episode, questioning how the Brigadier was able to overcome the cyber programming. I realized it like 20 minutes after I stopped the episode. It was because the reason Danny wasn't under cyber control in the first place was because he didn't delete his emotions in heaven, which means that there had to have been several Cybermen that didn't delete their emotions, including the Brigadier. So now I get it. But this is before the last episode has gone up to YouTube. I imagine you guys are going to leave me comments anyway. And then at the end, Santa. Yeah. The Doctor and Clara went their separate ways, and then Santa Claus was there, and he was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" Yeah, it's the Christmas special. So we should go ahead and try to figure out what the balls is going to be happening this time. So yeah, Christmas special. We haven't had a proper Christmas special in a while. Like the last one, we had Time of the Doctor was our last one, but that wasn't necessarily Christmassy, I suppose. I feel like the last real Christmas special we had was the Snowmen, so... yeah. So let's go ahead and get right into this episode of Doctor Who. Here we go. This is so nice. In June.
Moron.
Was that Clara? That's not her house, is it? She didn't have that good of a house.
Alright, fine. Yes, it's me.
This guy's voice. Not what you would associate with Santa.
You know how
I grew out with fairy tales.
Your best friend is a fairy tale.
Did you really?
Oh! Speaking of...
Do you really believe in Santa Claus?
What?
Right now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Aww. I don't know what the hell's happening. Something big is happening, but Santa is here.
So long as you don't think about them. So long as you don't look at them. You don't think about them. Don't look at them.
Okay. Don't think, don't look. Don't think, don't look. You're looking, you're thinking. Ah! Are you my mummy?
There was going to be me.
Oh, telepathic. They can home in on their own image in someone else's brain. Third-party perception.
That's clever.
Mind piracy.
Help it!
Oh, there's people in
What's
there.
Danny Pink up to right now? He's probably flirting with your neighbor or texting women of low moral character.
Oh!
Don't you dare say that.
I was in...
Danny Pink is dead.
No, it's not.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's gone. Ah! Ah! Wallmasters! Oh my god, no. Oh! This friggin' show, man.
26,403,012 children all expecting presents before tomorrow morning. So that's 22 million children per hour. It's impossible. Obviously, I've got a second sledge.
So we don't know
So-
what is real and what is
Oh, he's got other people out there.
You never told me he was dead.
Yeah.
You said he made it back.
Well, I lied. I lied so you'd go home to Gallifrey instead of fussing about me.
I never found Gallifrey.
Yeah.
lied. So you'd stay with Danny.
I'm glad this is out in the open immediately.
How'd you get all the presents in the sleigh?
Bigger on the inside.
Alright. He's got you there. Maybe it's because the sleigh is a TARDIS. That's how he can do it all in one night. It's a time machine. Yeah, they're like face huggers.
Face huggers, aren't they?
Right?
Face huggers.
Oh, you know, Alien.
Yeah, the movie.
The horror movie Alien.
There's a horror movie called Alien.
Yeah.
That's really offensive. No wonder everyone keeps invading you.
First, they just slept.
You know, when you put it like that. Oh, shit. She's been taken.
Who are you?
Do you mean who am I? Who do you think I am?
Tuh.
Danny.
Hurry up then!
Aw, man. Her perfect dream world. Damn, she's got a nice place now.
Come in.
Yeah, just a moment.
Okay, she can resist it a bit. Oh.
Hi.
Hi, Doc.
Hi. How can we both be having the same dream?
There was only one way to get to you.
And what was that?
I'm dying too.
Oh no, he took one.
I didn't die saving the world, Doctor. I died saving Clara. The rest of you just got lucky.
Oh, jeez.
Well, then get out of the way.
Oh, you gonna do it?
I'm a dream, and you know I am, right?
This is her mind trying to get to her.
Do you know why people get together at Christmas? Because every time they do, it might be the last time. Every Christmas is last Christmas, and this is ours.
Aww. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Killed him too.
And have you ever woken up from a dream and discovered that you're still dreaming?
Yeah.
Dreams within dreams.
I've done that.
Dream states. Your base manual. I take it that none of you have memorized this.
Oh, I haven't read it.
These books should be identical in the real world. But as they don't exist in your memory, in a dream, they can't be. Agreed?
Yeah.
Clara,
You can't.
give me... Well,
Extremely.
Inside.
You can't read in a
Why
dream.
did I get chocolate? What?
he creates dreams. Within dreams. So you can never be sure if you are really awake. But your brain knows something is wrong. Your
So
subconscious
they
fights
created
back.
Santa.
This It's your mind trying to tell you that this isn't real.
And so it gives you me.
Sweet Papa Crimbo.
Tuh.
Good luck. Stay calm.
Alright.
God bless us. Everyone.
If Santa was only in the dream, why was he on my roof?
Yeah.
Do you know what I hate about the obvious?
What?
Missing it.
Yeah. Alright. Thanks, Clara.
Why do you have 4 manuals, 1 each, when you have a crew of 8?
Yeah.
But we woke up.
Dreams within dreams.
Another. God damn it.
This isn't a dream.
But it's me.
Don't get too close.
Why?
He'll come through.
It's a nightmare.
Oh, crap.
Dream yourselves home.
Just picture being at home.
Christmas, the North Pole. Who are you gonna call?
Oh! Oh, we're getting a ride out of here. Why does he only have 3? You guys couldn't dream the rest of his reindeer?
I've always believed in Santa Claus. But he looks a little different to me.
Aww. Aww. Oh, Santa Claus. The Scottish bastard himself.
Do you want to go? Yeah, all right.
Yay! This is not what I expected we were gonna do ever in this show. Like I would never think that Capaldi's doctor would do this.
Well, you know what we should do? We should swap numbers. We should have a reunion.
Tuh.
Fellows!
She woke up.
Ran, dinner's ready.
Yeah, sorry, I must have dozed off.
Aww.
Ashley?
Nah, Ashley's gone. Whoa, where the hell is she? Nope.
Gross.
Tuh. Oh, he's awake.
Clara!
Doctor, where the hell are you?
The dream crabs must have got to me first, then found you in my memory. The others were collateral damage.
So he's keeping that one alive.
Well, good to see you properly at last. How long has it been? Clara.
Oh, you know,
Uh,
about 62 years.
oh. That's why she had a different house.
I missed you. Too.
Because it took her in the future.
Can you really see no difference in me?
Clara Oswald, you'll never look any different to me.
Aww.
So how was it then? I should have come back earlier. I wish that I had.
Can you, though?
Do you, Doctor? How much do you wish that?
Wait.
I'm not still. Wakey, wakey.
Oh, he was still dreaming. Hey!
Am I young?
No idea.
There's a mirror. Yes.
Any good?
Oh, that's good.
Asshole can't tell.
The TARDIS is outside.
So?
You want to come with?
All the time and all the space.
Yeah? Alright, we're gonna keep her. Aww.
I never get a second chance, so what happened this time? Don't even know who to thank.
Huh. You can thank the good saint. Aw, the tangerine! Hey, next year in The Magician's Apprentice. Alrighty. So we are going to keep the two of them. We are going to keep Clara for the next season. Alright, I can live with that. She fucking dies. I'm done, though. Anyway. Dies, marooned, Donna'd, anything, I'm out. Okay. I'm glad that they really, like, thoroughly went through, like, every reason and, like, every explanation for why Santa Claus was there. Because, like, the more it kept going on, it's like, well, wait, Santa was in the TARDIS. And it's like, oh, that's because at that point, though the doctor thought he was in the TARDIS, he had already been taken by, the dream crabs. Okay. Holy moly. That is a hell of a Christmas special. It definitely, I mean, that definitely, like, serves as like an epilogue to season 8 or series 8, whatever. It definitely serves as that because like it does sort of resolve a lot of I don't know, like just like the one or two plot threads with the Doctor and Clara from last episode, so that's good. Which, I mean, it is sort of, you know, normally these Christmas episodes, well, they're supposed to be, the Christmas episodes are generally like, you know, just other adventures, you know? I'm thinking of like A Christmas Carol and Dr. Widow and Wardrobe and stuff like that. Just like one-off adventures. They don't really like, granted, this is like, you know, there are exceptions. Christmas Invasion is a big exception because that's Tennant's first episode, basically. Or like, Time of the Doctor, obviously, is pretty big because the 11th Doctor regenerates and stuff, and I guess End of Time Part 1 is also the same. But I'm thinking like, you know, The Runaway Bride and The Next Doctor and stuff like that, Voyage of the Damned, like they're all just basically like, for the most part, they're supposed to be like these sort of self-contained episodes. Even The Snowmen, to an extent, is a very self-contained episode. The only thing is, you know, the only other thing about that episode is just the, you know, the continuation of everything that's happening with Clara and Oswin and everything like that. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so, you know, there is a part of me though that is sort of like, man, I kind of wanted Santa Claus to be real because Doctor Who can get away with that, you know? Doctor Who can get away with being like, oh, Santa Claus is real. There you go. You know, they can get away with that, and you're perfectly fine accepting that. But I like the way they say, you know, Clara does believe in Santa Claus, but he looks a little different, you know? And honestly, like, I don't know, like, I kind of feel like, I don't know, I almost feel like this episode, you would expect it to be more of a Matt Smith episode, maybe. Or a different Doctor, you know? I guess it's because, you know, their Christmas specials are pretty generally, and this is, you know, I guess another generalization about them, but I think this one's a bit more accurate, that generally, these Christmas specials tend to be a lot more whimsical, you know, with, like, Voyage of the Damned, where it's like, we're on the Titanic in space, whimsical, you know? Or The Next Doctor was, yeah, kind of whimsical and Christmassy, and then, like, A Christmas Carol definitely hits the, you know, whimsy, and so does Dr. Widow and Wardrobe. So this kind of has all that, like, whimsicalness, you know, because of, like, Santa Claus and everything, but it's also got the sort of darker, more dreary aspect to it of, like, we're on a military base, and there are these, you know, facehugger crab things, and, you know, the old Scottish bastards, you know, yelling at us, you know? So that's a thing, and especially, like, at the end when, you know, the Doctor is driving, you know, Santa's sleigh, you know? It's like, that is so whimsical, but it's Capaldi. And I never thought I'd see this man be whimsical, you know? So, oh boy, oh boy. Alright. Whew, sorry about that. I guess technically it's almost noon. I shouldn't be yawning anymore. Alright, whatever. I was gonna give an excuse like, oh, it's still early morning. It's almost noon, so whatever. So we can go ahead and hop right into the notes on this one. The first thing I wrote down is, do you believe? Which was mostly about that opening scene, which was very funny. You know, because, I mean, that's the thing. I would have loved if we had sort of the logistics of how this works. You know, I love movies like that, like Arthur Christmas, where it's like, yeah, we've gotten to a point we've kind of gotten to a point as a society where we're actually kind of cynical. Like, kind of. We're kind of very cynical at this point in time. So I love anytime there's a modern interpretation of Santa, we all have to be kind of cynical about it. Like, oh, well, Santa can't be real. Santa can't be real because how would he be able to deliver all those presents in one night? So then, whoever has to write this story where the humans are being cynical, there has to be a kind of an equally cynical response to it, but also one that, still explains it. Santa being like, I have other sleighs, or like in Arthur Christmas where it's like, we have a giant fucking, this looks like the Enterprise, big ass spaceship, and thousands upon thousands and thousands, probably millions of elves that help deliver all these presents. And Santa doesn't go, one after the other. He only goes to specific ones, because he can't hit them all by himself, So I love things like that, and they pretty much did that again with this Santa. Which again, it's like, I wish he was kind of legit, I wish he was legit, that it was actually Santa Claus, that, Santa Claus actually existed in the Doctor Who universe, Because there are so many bullshit explanations that they could get away with, because it's Doctor Who and they do that, Or if they, said, Santa Claus was actually a Time Lord, and his sleigh is a TARDIS, and that's how, a time machine and stuff like that, that's how he could do that all, That would have been so cool, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the way they did it here, where it's like, oh, this is, the part of their brain that's trying to save them from the dream crabs, it was like that all manifested as Santa Claus because it's Christmas and they're at the North Pole, so of course that's how it happened, Which means that the four of them were taken first, and then later, the four of them were taken first, and that's how, that's the dream it came up with, and then it took the Doctor, which is why Santa Claus entered the TARDIS in the last episode. So yeah. Oh boy. But just that whole first scene was just, very interesting. And, just Clara going out there. Well, and I also like how, okay, so I was saying, at the end, okay, am I wrong? Does she have a different house? It looks like she has a new house. I guess I can't really tell, but it honestly looks like she has a new house. With stairs and crap. I don't think she had this house in season 8. Maybe I'm wrong, though. But it looks like she has a new house. And it's like, oh, well. And it's like, oh, well, at the end, when it's like, oh, well, it's old Clara. Well, that's why she has a different house. She's not in the same house after 60 years. And it's like, no, she just has a new house. Well, maybe I'm crazy, though. Maybe it's just because it was dressed up. Because it's got all the Christmas decorations and stuff. Maybe that's why I'm like, oh, it looks like a new house. It's probably not a new house. It's probably the exact same house, but I don't know. It looked different, so anyway. But yeah, that whole opening scene was funny. I will say, if they're going with the excuse that, oh, well, everyone, the part of the brain that's trying to save them, trying to get them to wake up, it manifested as Santa. Why didn't have all 8 reindeer? They took the time to have Rudolph, but they didn't have all 8 reindeer. Come on. It is a pet peeve of mine whenever Santa Claus is portrayed and he doesn't have all 8 of his reindeer. It drives me up a wall, honestly. And this time he only had 3 reindeer. That's it, Or in a cartoon, there was I did a video last Christmas about that where I was looking at Christmas cartoons, and in one of them he only had 6 reindeer. It pissed me off to high heaven, honestly. Like, it's just because it's so standard, you know? He has 8 reindeer, unless he has Rudolph, and then he has 9 reindeer, you know? So, it's honestly a pet peeve of mine. It's the dumbest, weirdest pet peeve a man can have, but that is my pet peeve. When Santa doesn't have all 8 reindeer, it pisses me the hell off, you know? The only thing I could think is maybe they didn't want to make all the models, but at the same time, can you not just, like, keep reusing the same CG model just 8 times, you know? How many of those do you need to make? I don't know. Maybe the render time would have been crazy if you had all 8 of them in there, but I don't know. It drives me up a wall, honestly, when Santa is portrayed without all 8 of his reindeer. You know? Ugh. Anyway. Sorry. I had to pull up the clock because it's Monday. A video has to go up. It's almost noon. Today, for your whatever random video watch, today I'm posting the first video for the Dalek invasion of Earth for Doctor Who Classics. That tells you when. I wonder if anyone's keeping track of these. Like, oh, well, he did on this video. He recorded it then because he mentioned this video that he posted. Yeah. That reminds me, though. I forgot to do another thing. I'll do it after the video. It'll be fine. Okay. Dream crabs. It was clever. Dream crabs. I kind of like that there's, like, no explanation for them either. They're just dream crabs that happen to take 6 people, including Clara and the Doctor. So I thought that was pretty cool. That they were just, what are they? They're just dream crabs. Where'd they come from? Who cares, you know? Like, they honestly, like, didn't even, like, go into why they were there, you know? They were just there. So, yeah, I kind of thought that was cool. Santa Claus, okay. So I wrote down Santa because I was like, why the hell does Santa care about this, you know? Like, I guess it's like, oh, well, because it's at the North Pole and everything. And it's like, is Santa Claus, like, trying to launch, like, does Santa Claus have to, like, deal with aliens that show up at the North Pole? Like, does he have to, like, face them like the fucking Doctor or something? It's like, oh, well, no, because this is part of their, you know, their mind trying to help them and stuff. So I thought that was interesting. Dream Danny, a Danny dating simulator. Sorry. That was touching with Danny there. Again, it definitely serves as an epilogue to Series 8 because it does basically just sort of put a lot of those things to rest, you know, with Clara basically accepting Danny's death and everything, you know? And the two of them coming clean about it, you know, her saying, you know, she lied and said that Danny was alive so that the Doctor wouldn't fuss about her. And the Doctor lied that he found Gallifrey so that, you know, she would go be with Danny. So I like that pretty much early on they both, you know, came clean about their lies. So, and it was interesting in the dream when Danny honestly started to, you know, help her wake up, which, you know, you could think like, okay, well, why would that happen? And I was kind of thinking like, this isn't like actually Danny, is it? Like for some weird technobabble thing he's actually here? It's like, no, again, part of the brain that's trying to save them, but at that point it was manifesting itself as Danny to her. Which, you know, kind of gives you a little insight into Clara, you know, when he's like, no, I saved Clara, the rest of you got lucky. It's like, well, damn, girl, tell us how you really feel. Jesus, you know? Like, I mean, yeah, you know, you can't argue that, I guess, but it's like, come on. Danny was a good man. He would have been like, he probably would have been like, I am saving Clara, and I am saving the world. And yeah, the Doctor's lucky that I'm doing this, basically, you know? I don't know. But again, that's sort of insight into her mind. It's like, whoa, geez, she's kind of, well, she's touchy about it, I don't know. Inception. Wow. Sorry. I didn't make the wow sound during the reaction itself, but Inception. Yeah, so I did like that, the dreams within a dream. Man, I gotta tell you, though, this is, like, very apt, because just last night, I was having, like, this weird dream, and then I swear at one point I did come out of it, but I didn't, and then I tried to, like, write something down or something. Was I in a movie theater? I think I had the Death Note. I don't know. It was very odd. But, of course, in a dream, you think it's real, In a dream, you think it's real, so I don't know. I was trying to write something down, I guess, in the Death Note. Ugh, that's a bit of a dark dream, but not important. So yeah, and again, like, that's the thing. I love that they bring this up, that nothing, writing, like, print, never works in a dream. I cannot tell you how many dreams I have had where I have had to, like, text someone or, like, punch in some numbers or something, and it is, or like Google searching. Oh, that one kills me every time. Where I swear I spend like an hour trying to type something into a Google search, and it just does not work. It just doesn't, because it doesn't work in a dream. Like, everything else can work in a dream. That is the one thing. Text does not work in a dream. So I like that they did that, where it's like, they kind of played with that a bit, where it's like, they all have, it's all supposed to be identical books, but they all see a different first word on a given page, So that was pretty cool. And then the dreams within a dream, Because, yeah, it's like, I didn't even think about that, I wouldn't have even thought of that, when the crabs, like the freaking wall masters in Zelda, or I guess ceiling masters, whatever, when they come down, and then it's like, oh, well, Santa busts in, he just blew a hole in the wall, he's like he's the fucking Kool-Aid man, and it's like, oh, well, what happened to all those creatures? Like, it didn't even cross my mind. It's like, oh, they're all in a dream. Duh. So, yeah, so I like that they had to get out multiple times, basically, out of the dream. So that was pretty cool. And again, the books, very clever way of doing that, I mean, that's the thing, too. It's like, it's interesting that they never really, like, shoot it like a dream. They never, like, film it too much like a dream. Even when it's, even when it was painfully obvious that, when we were obviously in a dream, like with Clara's dream, like, it was never shot, like, kind of weird or something, maybe overexposed. Like, they did none of that. They honestly tried to make it as realistic as possible, which is interesting. Sorry, I'm making this public. I'm making the Dalek invasion of Earth public, so... Boop. Okay. So that was kind of interesting, and honestly, on the one hand, it's like, okay, well, why wouldn't you shoot it like it's a dream? On the other hand, once they start to try to keep coming out of these dreams, it means that every single time they totally believe that it's real. Even at the end, when the Doctor meets old Clara, they both think it's real, Oh, boy. So, yeah, even the base, was just an entire construct, Now, I will say, when it's like, oh, well, we could all be from different times, and it's like, yeah, but they didn't do that, I do like how they said, I guess, honestly, I just thought of this, too, in The Name of the Doctor, when they did, the conference call, that was in a dream. That was shot like a dream, though, and that's the thing, is it's a conference call, but, all of them are from different, time zones. Clara, River, and the gang, they were all from different times, So, yeah, I guess it was kind of like that, but they didn't really... I feel like they didn't really play with that when they showed all of them waking up. They didn't really show it. They just looked like they were in... they were all from... whenever this came out. See. I don't know. I don't know what year this would be per se. Maybe I have it on the... Okay, so I guess the last... Season 8 was 2014, so maybe this is still 2014. Let me try to see. I don't know. I don't have it listed anywhere. Okay, well, I don't know. I would assume this is 2014, so it just looked like everyone woke up in 2014, you know? The only one they played with a little bit was Clara, but then that was still a dream anyway, you know? So... but I did like, you know, all of them flying around in the sleigh, and the doctor, giddy as a schoolboy, driving the sleigh and stuff. That was pretty cool. And again, you know, giddy as a schoolboy. This is the fucking 12th Doctor we're talking about, you know? So, yeah. And yeah, it's like, I do kind of wish that there was a reunion, but honestly, none of them are really going to remember it other than the Doctor and Clara, probably. Or if they remember it, that was just a weird dream to them, you know? Like, it was interesting, like, the one woman there that, like, woke up and she was just about to have, you know, Christmas dinner, you know? Like, that was crazy. Okay. Old Clara. They got me with old Clara a bit. I was like, what the fuck? Is this how we're leaving her? That'd be interesting, you know? At that point, like, she physically, I suppose, would be kind of older, you know, kind of older than him, you know? Let's say she was... I think they said she's 28 in Series 8, so, you know, add 62 years, that's... Is that 90? That's 90. Yeah, so she would have been 90 years old in that, you know, little dream sequence there. And that was kind of cool, honestly, you know? And I was kind of thinking, like, okay, so, you know, she's physically older than he is, you know? And I was like, oh man, maybe this is how we're gonna leave her? And it's like, no, that was another dream. So they got me with that, but that was pretty cool to see. It would have also been interesting if, like, in that dream, like, Orson Pink was there. How that would work, I don't know. That would basically, like, in order for that to have worked. So I guess, by the way, Orson Pink is gone, right? Like, he's not coming back, right? Unless she's pregnant, which I don't think she is. I don't think she is. We're going into another season, you know? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Danny had a twin brother that will carry on the lineage. Maybe not with Clara, but I don't know. And then, yeah, the last thing I wrote down was keep going. Clara is going to keep going, so we're going to get another season with her. So we are completely done with the one-season companion now. We are completely done with that. Amy and Rory were multiple seasons. Clara's multiple seasons. So, yeah. Which, I mean, Clara was already... Yeah, we pretty much already knew that because Clara was in Series 8, which... she was already in, you know, a majority of Series 7, but still. Oh boy. I guess that's pretty much that. It was a pretty great episode overall. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see where we're going. I believe we have some mini-sodes, actually. These, when I was looking at the schedule, I think these are actually, like, the last mini-sodes, too. Last time we're going to have minisodes. But yeah, we should have some minisodes, so those will go up earlier in the day next week. And the next episode was, they said, The Magician's Apprentice. That will go up same time next week. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Merry Christmas in June. But yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.